everybody, it is your boy Chatterson coming to you for the first time from stateside for Extreme Rules 2019 predictions.
It's me, the game, Triple H, and it's time for Chatterson!
So it's pay-per-view prediction wars time. We're back at it again, and this is my chance to take the lead back from Tyroxis and leave Jack even further in the dust. Poor Jackie boy. And I'm going to do that by jumping straight in without further ado to the Revival versus the Usos. Don't really care much about this one anymore. I'm just it's just there. They've had matches, they've been good. This will also probably be a really good match. But I'm going to go for the Revival to take this one. They've been involved with Shane, but also not involved with Shane. The Usos have kind of picked up wins in six-man tag team action, teaming with The Miz lately. I just think it'd make sense if the Revival pinned the Usos, took the win home, and hopefully move on to something else. I don't really want to see these two teams go at it anymore for the minute. Dream match scenario, LAX with their recent leave from Impact Wrestling, they jump over and my two favourite tag teams in wrestling get to go at it, the Usos and LAX, but of course that's probably not going to happen. But yeah, I think these two teams need to go their separate ways for a little while, and I would like to see the Revival walk away from this one still your Raw Tag Team Champions. Next up, we've got Bobby Lashley versus Braun Strowman in a last man standing match. Bobby Lashley has walked away from their confrontation that led to Braun tackling Lashley through the stage, looking a lot stronger, a lot tougher, a lot meaner, and I would like to see him continue that rise here. I'd like Bobby Lashley to serve up a little more of that punishment to Braun Strowman, maybe give him a taste of his own medicine, putting Braun through the stage and walking away from this last man standing match on top. I think Bobby Lashley's got a lot of upside at the minute. There's obviously rumours that Braun Strowman is legitimately injured. I don't know if we can confirm that or not. I know a lot of wrestling journalists probably would have confirmed that, but until something's said and there's something official on it, I'm not going to. I think Bobby Lashley has a lot of upside, especially returning to this more walking Armageddon style. He made short work of Rey Mysterio on Raw. I don't know if he'll make as short a work of Braun Strowman here, but I'd like a nice dominant win for Bobby Lashley as he makes his way up that card. And now that Paul Heyman's supposedly in charge of things, I think that Bobby Lashley-Brock Lesnar match is money left on the table, and if Heyman can build Bobby back up to that point, it's got to be done. It's got to be done. I wouldn't walk away leaving that one. And if Brock Lesnar's now slightly more full-time with the company, I think that's a match that we would all like to see. Bobby Lashley taking the win in last man standing. Next up listed here, we've got Ricochet versus AJ Styles for the United States Championship. I don't really want to go for Ricochet on this one because of the club reuniting. I'd like to see those guys get a big push, but I think this might just be built and set up for Ricochet to clean the sweep. I know that there's a few people saying that, but I don't know if I can. Would it bury Ricochet too quickly to drop the title here? I mean, he has looked amazingly strong against AJ and the club lately, but they have left him lying time after time. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put my chips on the table with Ricochet here. I would so like to go for AJ Styles, but I just don't see it happening. That is a babyface win, though. You know what? No, I'm gonna change it up. I think AJ Styles takes the bell due to club shenanigans. It can't be as silly as Ricochet steamrolling them time and time again. Not only does that make the club look weak, it also makes former world champion AJ Styles look slightly weak. Could it be a disqualification victory? Okay, you know what? Ricochet with the win. Whether it's disqualification or a pinfall or whatever, Ricochet with the win. Next up, Aleister Black makes his in-ring debut on pay-per-view as he takes on Cesaro, and this match is going to be a cracker no matter what. Cesaro is awesome. Aleister Black is something else. You got to give Aleister Black the win on his debut pay-per-view match though, right? I'm going to go with Aleister Black on this one. Beat Cesaro to pick up the first of many wins for Aleister Black. Next up, Daniel Bryan and Rowan defend their SmackDown Tag Team titles against the New Day, Big E and Xavier Woods, and Heavy Machinery. And I think I'm going to go with the champions retaining here again. I just think it seems obvious. Heavy Machinery have picked up some decent wins and looked really good in their last pay-per-view appearance. I don't necessarily want to see the New Day win the Tag Team Championships. The New Day could go away forever for me. I just don't need to see them anymore. I think their act's tired, stale, played out. I think it's holding Big E back. I think the only person that really benefits is Xavier Woods, who I feel would be lost in the shuffle if the team broke up. Kofi, obviously, I don't even really want to get into it much. I've said what I need to say on Twitter. I think his run has been stale because of the New Day act. I don't think that he seems like a serious world champion. I don't think he's credible. I think he's probably the least credible champion we've had in a long time, and I think that's sadly disappointing because he's a hell of a talent, a world-class superstar, but we'll go into that more later on. Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan have proven lately that their tandem, I didn't think it was going to work. I didn't think that it was going to be anything special, but I think it has been really entertaining, and I would like to see it continue while the undercard builds up some new tag teams to face them, and they have someone really worth putting over there. Next up, Drew Gulak defends his newly won Cruiserweight Championship against the former champion Tony Nese. And man, I miss the days when Drew Gulak was giving his PowerPoint presentations and having a little bit of fun with his character work. He's an amazing in-ring athlete. I'm glad that he's getting the chance to show that, but I miss the character. I mean, it's sad to say that the days of Enzo Amore on 205 Live were, for me, the brand's most enjoyable time as far as Davari De Niro, the PowerPoint presentations, Enzo, the power struggle and the friendship struggle between Gulak and Nese. I like the fact that they're returning to that feud here, but again, I'm going to have to go with the title retention. Drew Gulak picks up the win over Tony Nese, and I'm really worried actually that I'm going for so many title retentions here because I don't think I've got one on the whole card, and I don't really see that happening. Next up, we've got another championship match as Bayley defends her women's championship, SmackDown Women's Championship against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Again, I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. I didn't want to. I wanted to go with Bayley retaining due to Sasha help, but I think the Alexa and Nikki storyline, having them be joint champions and feud over the title and have Nikki and Nikki. I think Nikki's getting the pin. Nikki's pinning Bayley to win the title, and that's what's going to cause the tension between Bliss and Nikki Cross. Sasha perhaps will return, and I think she might actually cost Bayley the championship. But yeah, I'm going to go with Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross on this one, picking up that SmackDown Live Women's Championship. They're Raw superstars. This wildcard rule needs to end. If this is Heyman and Bischoff's first, if this is the turning point pay-per-view where things are going to be different going forward, that wildcard stuff needs to go. Next up, we've got Kofi Kingston defending his WWE Championship against the Samoan submission machine Samoa Joe. Sadly, I think that Kofi Kingston is going to retain this one again. I don't know how. I don't really have much to say about it. I'm not really enthused by it. Samoa Joe really should pick up the title. If I was going for my heart here, I'd say that Samoa Joe wins the WWE Championship here, but I just think that Kofi Kingston is going to take it further. I think probably through to Paul Heyman guaranteed something, right? Kofi Kingston wins, Brock Lesnar cashes in. Yeah. If we're going to trust Heyman, we're going to trust Heyman. I don't think that Kofi's picking this one up, sadly. No, sorry, I don't think Joe's picking this one up. My mind is boggling. Although Joe Lesnar would be fucking cool. Shit. Yeah, Kofi Kingston retains. Next up, we've got The Undertaker and Roman Reigns versus Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre in a no-holds-barred tag team match. I would like to see Shane and Drew take it away, to be honest. I think Drew needs the rub off of this one, and I don't think the storyline's dead. I'm kind of bored with it now. I love Shane, love Drew, love Roman, SummerSlam at the very latest, and to get that to happen, Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre, I think, have to go over. And last but not least, another match. Like, I don't know, man. This pay-per-view is bound to be great from an in-ring standpoint, but there's just a lot of stuff that I'm really, really starting not to care about. And to win this prediction war, I'm having to go with my head over my heart. For me, Baron Corbin and Lacey Evans would take this one if I was going with my heart. My head says that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are going to take the win here, retain those titles. Again, this could be another Brock Lesnar moment. I'm not 100% sure on that though. Does Becky Lynch save her man from the beast? There's lots of potential things that could go on here, but I think that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are definitely retaining their titles in that regard. I think the most interesting things that can come out of this show come from the finishes. I don't know if there's going to be any particularly surprise finishes, but I think there's going to be a lot of stuff around the finishes that are going to lead to some really interesting programming going forward. I wish I had a lot more to say about this one, but things are so up in the air right now that a lot of these really could go either way. If I was doing the confidence points thing, I don't think I could put a lot of confidence points into a lot of these matches. However, I'm going to give you a quick rundown of the smart booking here. The smart booking here would be The Revival, Bobby Lashley, AJ Styles, Aleister Black, Heavy Machinery, Drew Gulak, Alexa and Nikki, Samoa Joe, Shane and Drew, Corbin and Lacey. However, if Brock Lesnar gets involved, either of those title matches change. Those aren't my predictions, of course. I'll go over my predictions again. That's The Revival, Bobby Lashley, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Daniel Bryan and Eric Rowan, Drew Gulak, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, Kofi Kingston, Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre, and Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. I think there probably will be a Brock Lesnar cash-in here. You've got to trust Paul E. Well, at least when it comes to spoilers anyway. But don't quote me on it. That's all I'll say this time, folks. Don't quote me on it. So chat cats, wish me luck on this one. Follow me, of course, on Twitter at Chatterson. Drop down below for a like and a subscribe. And if you want to support me, let me continue on with this hustle, sponsor free, so that I am only funded by you, the chat cats. Jump across to paypal.me/chatchatterson, and anything that you can afford, leave me a donation. I know that I've been a little bit rusty this time round, but of course, the more I do it, the better I'll get, and the more I can shake off that rust, the more content I can provide you guys, the better. Peace out, everybody. God bless.